Hey, WheelSnipeSelly here. So it is Thursday, January 5th. We're gonna kind of walk through some of his tweets. He was kind of calling the market via Twitter today. So I was kind of juggling some meetings and stuff, so I wasn't able to get all of it. But I'm planning to kind of walk through the tweets and just kind of do a trading view kind of replay and kind of go through and just kind of put this all together so that anyone who wasn't able to trade during the day was able to kind of see what happened. So the first tweet he sends out was at 8:53, and he basically just says study. So this is kind of what so we have a line here. So that's telling me that, we're looking for lower prices. So I'm just going to kind of mark this up as we go. So I'm going to mark it up how he has it. So we're on the 5-minute chart here, and we're right around the time where he kind of sent that out. So, and then the next tweet is at 9:02. So I'm going to go down to the 1 minute, and we're going to let this play out. So he sends this tweet out, study at 8:53. So if I just drop this in here, let me try this again. Hit my Twitter. So you can see this is basically when he tweeted this out. So let's let this play until 9. We're going to go up. We're going to let this play until 9:02. So we're just going to hit the play here. So he's saying study, and we have this line drawn, so we're expecting this to be the draw on liquidity. So you can see here, the next tweet, I'll put this in here. And so he said probably just luck, pay it no mind. So then the next tweet is at 9:21, so we'll just let this play until 9:21. Okay, so here he basically drops this video. So we will we'll basically pop in and watch this video.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, I'm losing shit. A stupid myth, you choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
That's it, the end of the song.
I'm gonna keep this playing. So I'm just gonna take these off because I don't want to keep these on here the whole time. So the next tweet we have is at 9:22. Just basically says, just stop me when you get bored. Nothing there. So then the next one we're looking at is 9:41. Okay, so I'll pause it right here. So he basically says note 3814. So let's go down. So I have, let me just go to a 5-minute real quick. So 3814 is this right here. So I have this noted. So he's basically calling this at 9:41. Let's pop this on here so that everybody can see. And looks like we're not, let's go to the 1 minute. There we go. There we go. So we have our tweet here. So 9:41, and just these are just reminders that we have tweets coming, so that can kind of keep track of all this. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So we got note 3814. We have this noted here. That's 381450, but close enough. So we'll keep this going. The next one we have is at 10:13. So we'll kind of watch how this plays out. And TradingView wasn't, it's not the best for this market replay, but I will try to plan to see if I can record this live, if I'm able to, and have that the real data feed. So hopefully we'll see if I'm able to do that in the future and get that posted, because I think this is a kind of a cool idea to try and capture this for people who are not able to see it. So we're almost at 10:13 here. Next candle, I'm going to pause it here. And we have our next tweet. Does not feel sloppy compared to the other trading days. Nothing high probability so far. So 10:30 at buy side NQ. So let's go over to the NASDAQ, and we were at 10:13. So I'm just going to speed this along here. Okay, I'm going to pause this. So let's go a few more candles. So I'm going to put this tweet on here because this is a NQ. So he's basically calling out this level right here. So he's saying that this is buy side. We'll mark that. And then, so what do we have here? The next one, so this is at 10:18. So we'll let this play for both of them till 10:18. And then it says screenshot both the ES and the NQ. So there we are at 10:18. I'll go one more bar. And let's go back to the ES, and let this go to 1018. Okay, I'll pause it here. I'm gonna take these two off. And he wants us a screenshot. So let me just grab this so you guys can see it. And then so I went ahead and screenshotted this. So I did the 5 minute. This is what the 5 minute looks like. I went ahead and did the screenshots ahead of time. And then we have the 15 minute ES. So you can see this is just consolidating, just choppy back and forth. That's what he's trying to show here. And then the NQ 5 minute, just a very choppy range here. You know, we did take out sell side, but just real choppy price action. And then the 15 minute, just we've been kind of in this range for the past while. All right, so the next tweet is at 10:19. So basically the next minute here. And I'll take this off. We'll grab our next one. And if ES wants 38.14 this morning, it would need to fail here and slide lower. So basically if we're going to take this out, we're looking for this to go down lower. So we'll keep playing. The next tweet is at 10:23, which is right here. Let me pause it. Put out this next tweet. So he's basically saying that it's stalling here. I wouldn't want to see 38.40 now if 38.14 is in the cards. So let me just mark the 38.40 so that we know what he's talking about. Basically doesn't want it to come up to trade to here. So I'll take these off. Our next tweet is at 10:30. And what I might start doing is this. Okay, pausing here. We're gonna drop our next tweet in. And he says, unstructured price, 38.40 traded, 2 moves my interest in the morning to the sidelines. Study the PM session as an alternative. May present post-lunch hour symmetry that is more favorable for intraday swings. And then, so let's go look at NASDAQ at 10:30. So let's flip back up to NASDAQ and let's get to 10:30. I'm just going to do this here. And we'll let this play to 10:30. And then he's still pointing to this buy side here at 10:30. But nothing's high probability at this point. Okay, so that tweet here, it says, looks like it wants 10,930. So this is this level here. We'll keep playing. Our next tweet is at 10:33. So let's go back to the ES. This is mainly what we're on today. So here's the next tweet. I'll drop it in. When odds are 50-50, we can only study draws on liquidity. No entry should be trusted, despite what you see. Trust me, this will save your bottom line and account. Smiley face. So I'm gonna go let that go. We can keep this one up here. Our next tweet is gonna be at 10:35. Okay, so let me drop this one in here. See the 10:24 1 minute low on ESH 2023, treat that as a market structure shift bearish if it breaks. So let's go to the 1024 candle, that's right here. And we'll just draw a trend line. So he basically tweeted while this candle was forming, and then it broke it. So this should be, you know, we're seeing this as a market structure shift bearish. So I'll just do this. I'll put that in here. Okay. Next tweet is at 10:37. I'll apply. Okay, so I'm gonna drop this in here. He says, on a better day, I'd short ES right here. Study that premise, don't trade it, please. So we basically we had a shift in structure and it's retracing up. And I think what he's saying here is that there's a volume imbalance right here that would have been tradable for him. So next tweet is at 1039, which is just the next candle. I'll drop this tweet in here. This is where I would have taken a loss. Can you appreciate why I avoid specific days and times now? I would lose my advantage. So let's keep going. The next tweet is going to be at 1043. Okay, I'm gonna pause this and drop the tweet in here. Just basically says, see how price is just dropping. Look at how many sell side it took though. Looks like a run to AM session highs in the cards. So, you know, it just keeps taking the sell side out all the way down. Even up here, it took sell side. And so this is looking, you know, looking to reverse up from what he's saying. Let's go to 1045. I'll drop the tweet in here. And so he wants us to look at the NQ candle. So let's go back to NQ at 1042. Let's let this play. And while we were at 1045, so let's just get there. 1045 is when he dropped the tweet. And he said, this is a good study for a run at 10,930. Emphasis on study. Today is not a day to push any buttons on my commentary. So we're looking for this to be taken at this point. Next tweet is at 1047, which we're basically right here. And he basically says, screenshot your NQ one minute here, which this is basically where we're at. And I did get a screenshot already ready for it with nothing on it. So just kind of viewing what he's saying here. The next one is going to be at 1053. So let's flip back to the ES and let's go to 1053. I'm going to clear out some of these because we're going to have a bunch more coming. So let's get to 1053. Okay, I'm gonna drop this tweet in here. See any respect of the levels? Nope. If it can show respect on the PD arrays and no clear draw, one-sided, it is 50-50 and you have to move to the sidelines. So basically there's nothing for us to do at this point, just chopping around. Next one is at 10:55. Let's play. All right, let's drop the tweet in. He said, gun to my head, 38.14 ES/PM draw. Study that. Here, 1 minute fair value gap at the moment. So 1 minute fair value gap. What is he? I'm guessing this right here. This is the fair value gap. Let's see. I don't see any other ones unless he's talking about up here, but this is on the minute, so this has to be the one. Next tweet is at 10:58, right here. And we'll drop this in here. Oh, it's the same tweet. 10:58, right here. Somebody will shy away from studying like this, never grasp the importance of knowing when the odds are not favorable versus thinking that they only lick the sweetness of the market on gumdrop days. So nothing really pertaining here. So we have the next tweet at 11. And here, make sure I have the right one. Okay, so here's the next one. You have to taste the bitter to recognize the sweet. Only by experiencing the uncomfortable thorns will you understand when and how to pluck the roses the market lays for the taking. Real mentoring has discomfort. Press into it. It is good medicine. All right, so our next one is going to be at 11:04. Let's continue. Okay, so I'm gonna drop this tweet in here. And he says, screenshot your ES 1 minute here. This is a 5-handle price run from the fair value gap we are studying. See how it feels uncomfortable? Feels like an eternity. It feels uncomfortable to retrace on it, doesn't it? So assuming that we were short here, right? So if we shorted from this fair value gap, it's starting to retrace. If we were, he was basically, saying we're going to go down to 38.1450 with a short here. So let's keep going. Our next tweet, and I did have the screenshot here, just a clean one, that we have this little fair value gap, and if we would have shorted it, it's starting to come up. So there's our screenshot. Our next one is at 11:06. Let that play. Drop the tweet in here. That is why you grow from 5 handles. It will offer, but will you take it? Will you get paralysis and hold and hope something happens and call it skill later? You have to gradually grow into your insecurity and confusion, and this is how it's done. All right, so our next tweet is at 11:09. Take these off. Let's drop the tweet in here. Neophytes and gamblers get insane on days like this, ever increasing trade frequency and leverage, trying to repair their foolish decisions prompted by greed or FOMO. Accounts are blown on days like this, and I did that many times as a new trader in the 90s. All right, our next tweet is at 11:10, which we're already on 11:10. I'll drop the tweet. Now answer this. Why did I short early before the 9:30 opening bell? So let's go back and look at the 9:30 opening. So 9:30, I'm going to move this back. So 9:30 is here. And let's scroll up. So we have a response here. It was clear, no chop. You got rewarded quickly for your decision. And he also retreated because after the opening, the market was going to create this 50-50 condition. So let's see. We have the next tweet is at 11:13. So let's go back. 11:13. I'm going to delete these to get this out. Continue the play. Okay. So let's drop the next tweet. I'm proud of you. You sit through these lessons like this. You will find consistency and understand the why, when, and how. Everyone else wants to find a 2-minute video. So, and this video is going to be way longer than 2 minutes. All right, so let's go to next one is at 11:15. I'll take that off. Okay, so we're going to drop the next tweet. So ES 1 minute candle at 10:47, fair value gap on a spike. This lures retail to buy. Note the sell side at 9:47 low. So here we go. We're going to note the sell side right here. All right. Our next tweet is going to be at 11:17. Let's continue. Okay, I'm going to drop this in here. Maybe keep that down here. So he's tweeting at Finny Fella, you're experiencing why I avoid trading these days each month. Seeing it firsthand makes it real, and the logic and frustration you experience sets the routine for avoiding it. Let retail play in the traffic. All right, our next tweet is going to be at 11:19. Which are almost there. Pause it. I'm going to take these off and we're going to drop the next tweet. And study 1 minute here. Does it get heavy and gravitate to 38.25? So 38.25 is right here. So let's just drop this. Just because he's calling it out. And our next tweet is at 11:21. So we'll move this over and play. So we're getting heavy. There we go. So it actually went down and tagged it. 11:21. We're going to drop this tweet in here. And he says, note the 11:13 ES candle. That is my bearish order block. It's open. So 11:13. Right here, bearish order block, and he says that it's open. Then he says, see how we repriced lower after retracing up into it, and then down into the fair value gap at the 11:03 1 minute candle. All right, 11:03, here's the 1 minute candle. So let me see. Note the 11:13 ES candle. So here's 11:13 candle, and he's saying that this is his bearish order block. So the last up candle before it took this. So it traded up into it right here, and then traded down into the 11:03 fair value gap right here. So let's keep going. We're at 11:22 for the next one. Let me drop this tweet in here. And I'm going to take these off. So let's see, down to the 38.25 level for a 5-handle price run. Screenshot that here with 38.2350 noted as next sell side. So 38.2350, we have that noted. And let's do the short. If we shorted here, that would have been our 5-handle, 5-handle move, basically, down to the 38.25 level. So there's a 5-handle move here, and the next one is going to be at 11.24. Let's pause this, drop the tweet in. And we have in your screenshot next, have partial taken under 38.2350 on your chart as it dips under that level. So we'll do this. Partial taken. Okay. And 11.25 is our next one. Let's drop the tweet in here. All right, so we got our next tweet here, basically saying ES 38.2350 plucked from the vine. Delicious, isn't it? And then he has a picture of the cherries hitting. All right, so the next one is going to be 11.26, which we're on it right now. Let me drop it. Oh, he basically just says, this is your 11.26. Harder to see it coming. Harder to see it coming, figure out how I want to say it, and then type it before it unfolds. This is your invitation to complain. It's hard. That is hard, isn't it? That was at 11.27. And then 11.29. We'll keep this going. He has hindsight trading view chart with my tweets drop on it will help, which is what we're doing right now. Let me pause this. And we're at 11.31. And I'm going to just take these off so we're not getting too cluttered here. I'm going to drop this in here. What makes it a day I do not favor? Price runs are slow to start, consolidate more, stall more. Then cleaner days, it brings me frustration. So I know that these characteristics exist on these particular days on average, and I blew accounts over trading these environments. Why do it? Next tweet is at 33. We'll keep this going. And then so we have here replying what particular days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday on non-farm payroll weeks. Next tweet is at 11.36. I'll keep going. And he says, if a trader wants to be trained to recognize high probability, low resistance liquidity runs, they can only do that when they submit to studying hard delivery like this. Does that make sense? I can drop that tweet in here. And let's go to 11.37, which is our next candle. And let's drop this in here. So he says, harder to see it coming. figure out how I want to say it, then type it before it unfolds. I think I already said that. I may have had that in here wrong. So we got 11:39 here for the next tweet. And let's hit play. And I'll just drop it in here, but we can see it on the side too. This is what I was doing real time in 2016 mentorship, and people couldn't get it. They dismissed the best learning opportunity for ignorance and greed of signals. Only the strong survive. Also at 11:39, he said 3018 noted on your ES chart. And yes, we still have this noted here. All right, clear these out. Our next tweet is at 11:40. It's our next candle. We will drop the tweet. He says, drag that 1121 fair value gap range out in time. So 1121. So we're looking at this here. And we're going to drag this out in time, as he says. I don't know how much time, but I'll drag it out in time. All right, I'm going to delete these off here. We know that's order block, and that's the fair value gap. All right, so next tweet is at 11:43. Let's keep going. All right. It says if PM session gets back under fair value gap at 11:21, I'd use it in my study as a resistance into 3814. If it takes 3814 without using that fair value gap, I would not look at it as such. And let's go. Our next tweet is at 11:45. All right, let's drop this in here. And it says, bearing any violent run above the AM session highs, 3814 will be non-farm payroll expectation if it leaves it in play today. This will be enough for today. Well done for those of you that endured. Be safe. And then we have another tweet at 11:47, just answering a question, but we'll put it on here. Okay, so replying to someone, why your bias was bearish today, sir? It was not, but rather conflicted. This is why I entered early when the easy low-hanging fruit setup presented itself. And then the next tweet is at 4:07. So we'll let this play out until 4:07. 16. Okay, so we'll kind of let this play out. It shouldn't take too long to get through the day, so we're heading into the lunch hour. Just real choppy so far. And yeah, we'll kind of let this play out. And we have this, we'll drag this out all the way. This is I'll just put in here 11:21 fair value gap. And for those wondering, this is an app called Tweetin. And I basically have this on my I have this on my desktop and just kind of keep track of the alerts. You can, once you download it, you can add ICT here. You can have sounds play when it tweets. And yeah, so I've been using this for a while. I like it. Easy to kind of click through and see everything real time. I'm not a huge fan of the web browser, and I'm not always I don't want to be looking at my phone too much, so I just have this app here. So I kind of like it. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below. Happy to help out. We'll kind of let this keep playing here. Still just a bunch of choppy action. So lunch is going to, I guess, if we were trading, the session would open back up at 1:30. So it's kind of gravitating around this fair value gap right now. We went out, took out some highs over lunch. All right. Clearing out sell side right here. And a huge run up. Don't see another fair value gap or anything that it traded down into, but definitely took out all of this sell side. And a big move, taking out all this buy side here. Let's see how far this goes. Gonna flip to the 5-minute. I don't think TradingView likes that. We'll just keep it on the 1 minute. I did notice that just recently they added some sell and buy buttons and replay. So I don't know if you can start executing, doing back testing. So I will definitely be checking that out. And a lot of the back testing software I've been looking at, it's just I'm so used to TradingView and I feel like I'm kind of spoiled with it. But if it's gonna allow us to actually execute and replay, that could be pretty cool. And I'll be more encouraged to do some more back testing. So maybe I'll make a couple of videos of that if this is actually working. But for those curious, I went through and basically mapped out all of his tweets so I could copy and paste them pretty quick. So just so you guys can see that. So we're getting close to the end of the day where he has that last tweet. But you can see this kind of ran up and it's just kind of fading right now. This would be pretty frustrating to try and trade in this if you're expecting to get some movement. I can see why he doesn't trade. Like this is not ideal. Oh, the 5-minute did work on this. Just want to look at the 5-minute here. Got a nice push up here right after the lunch hour. 15. Look at this chop. Like this is one of those days where, like he said, you could blow your account. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. You don't really see the candle form when it's going this fast, but I'm just trying to get to the end of this so that we can wrap this video up for everyone, but just wanted to show the whole day so that people can see it if they weren't able to be here real time. So, and just kind of going back and looking, we got a market structure shift here and fair value gap, also fair value gap here, and goes above 50% and discount, so that could have been a good trade right there. But I wasn't even at the charts until 8:30, so that move had already happened and I missed it, and there was nothing with the 2022 model that I would have taken in here. It didn't, nothing kind of came up here, and we did take sell side here, but this for me wasn't in a discount range to take a short here. So just kind of point some stuff out while we're letting this day play out. I mean, this kind of hovered right around this fair value gap, as he said. So we are going to be looking for this tomorrow. 38.14. This will be our target. And let me drop in this last tweet he had. Oh, I need to go one more minute. There we go. You can see it triggered. So now that it is behind you, the hindsight being crystal clear, do you understand why I say I do not trade these days? So yeah, but anyways, if you guys made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know, and I'll try to make more of like a live recording or something. I don't know. I'll kind of strategize to see what I can do to kind of try and capture this for some of the people that aren't able to watch. But anyways, thanks for watching.